Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. And by done it, I don't mean win the Champions League. I just mean survive League One, which didn't look like it was going to be possible, but we have actually managed it. If we have a look now, we are in 10th place. We're not actually miles off the playoffs, to be fair. We're never going to reach it. I don't think that's even mathematically possible at this point, but we are above Plymouth Argyle, which as an Exeter fan is something you are going to enjoy. Of course, we were way down in the relegation zone. I think we're on like a 10-match unbeaten run at the moment as well, which is absolutely brilliant. We have a look at our results then. Our last matches were against Peterborough and Oxford. We have then since played a few more matches and we still haven't lost a game. We've beat Sunderland, we've beat Fleetwood, Lincoln in a really high scoring game again, because apparently if we play Lincoln we get loads and loads of goals. Shrewsbury and Cambridge most recently. We are in blistering form. Can we continue that against Plymouth? And because we're near the end of the season, we're going to see the match against Plymouth, and then we will see the last match of the season against Accrington. In completely unrelated but somewhat related news, of course, FM23 has been announced last week. If you are interested in getting FM23 and you want to support the channel, then head down to the top of the description where there is my link to 2Game, where you can pick up the game. It is cheaper than Steam. You get a code immediately, so you can pop that into Steam and download it. And if you use my code Edworthy as well, you get a little bit of extra discount and you support the channel. It is a win-win for everyone. It would be really appreciated if you do use that link if you're getting FM23. And if you are getting FM23, let me know down in the comments below, who is your starting team gonna be? I think ours on the channel, at least for the main save for the journeyman that I want to start with again, is going to be Taunton Town. It's another localish club. It's not Devon, it's Somerset, but it's going to be the nearest club to me in the lowest playable league, so that is who we will be starting with, at least as long as they're playable in FM23, which they should be. There's no reason they shouldn't be. But now though, let's jump straight into that match against Plymouth Argyle. We've got Hudson in goal, Clark, Stubbs and Nelson and Vincent Young as our back four, Collins and Harper in midfield, Dale, Jay and Key sat in behind Hector Ingram, our top goal scorer for the season. I do know that obviously we're getting to the end of the season. I think we are very, very likely to be having some players leave as well. We've had some contract discussions with some players. The problem is our board will let us pay an absolute maximum of £1,200, well, 1.2k, so £1,200 a week in wages. And obviously there are players that want a little bit more than that. I cannot offer them any more than that. And as such, we're very, very likely to be losing them this summer. I don't know that's necessarily a bad thing. There's a couple of them. I think that Josh Key might be one of them. Jake Sparks might be another. Hold that thought. We have just scored through Matt J. 1-0 up against Argyle after less than 8 minutes. Could you ask for a better start? Probably not. Beautiful stuff. We're away at Argyle as well. Great ball played forward to Hector Ingram there, back to Dale, and that one's just slotted through for Jay to run on to. Lovely interworking play there between our front four players. Admittedly, Key wasn't involved in that, but we're going to ignore that. So going back to what I was saying about transfers, there are a couple of players. I think Josh Key is one of them. I think Jake Sparks is another one that I would like to keep, but realistically, are probably not going to be able to keep them. I don't think that's necessarily a really, really bad thing as well. And actually, what I think of it, if you stay tuned after this match, we'll have a quick look as well at our youth intake that we're getting. And if you are a Patreon member of any tier, and if you're not, my link is down in the description for that one, then you can get one of those players named after you. I do that in every single save that I can, so you can get named in multiple saves if you're a Patreon member. So if you are, don't forget to head over to Patreon. Let me know which player you want named after you, and we'll just rename them in game, and hopefully they become part of this Exeter squad. Well, I've been saying all of that, of course. We have just scored another goal, but I was on a tirade, so I couldn't acknowledge the fact we scored. But we are 2-0 up against our local rivals. At this rate, we're going to finish above them in the league as well, which, let's remember, they've been here before. This is a Plymouth side that were very, very close to getting to the playoffs last season. I think basically the last day of the season, I can't remember who they were playing. I do remember watching the match, and they got bit battered, really, missing out on the playoffs. But they've been in this league for a little while. We are the new team here, so if we're going to finish above them, and I think 10th place as well is quite a respectable finish for your first season in the Sky Bet League One. It's not an easy league. I mean, English leagues in general, the Championship, we know we talk about the Championship as being one of the most difficult leagues, perhaps even more so than the Premier League, because of the quality of teams you can get in the Championship. I don't think by any stretch of imagination that League One for a team like Exeter is easy. Hector Ingram has been played in here, holding up the ball now as well. Oh, that's an awful finish. We're going to not talk about that finish. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. I think for a team like Exeter as well, coming into this sort of league, is definitely not an easy task. They have barely any money. If you don't know, Exeter is owned by the fans as well, so there's no massive board. I believe we're still owned by the fans. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, we're completely fan-owned. But there's no massive board either way that's pumping in cash, because there is no cash at Exeter. Like, none at all. Matt Jay's going to come off. Kyle Taylor can come on here, and Trevor Clark can come off, and Alex Hartridge can come on with us. Do those substitutions. We're looking really, really good here against Plymouth. They must not be happy, because if you're an Argyle fan, you've gone to Home Park to see your team play, and you're getting absolutely battered by your local rivals. I mean, it's not even a game, really, is it? 85 minutes play. We'll let this highlight do its stuff, and then we will make our final substitution. That cross is cleared, and Plymouth are now on the counter-attack. It's a big ball forward for Ennis here, holding up the ball in the box. Back to Edwards, is passed in, and they have pulled a goal back with about 5 minutes plus additional time still to be played. Raheem Harper looking tired. Yep, we're happy with that one. We should be defending that a little better, to be honest. I mean, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's loads of defenders. Too many to even count in the box at that point. Someone should have been getting in front of that ball realistically. No one did. Hopefully that doesn't go and cost us. Doesn't look like it's going to. Hartridge. Oh, he's got his long throw on him. Is he just going to absolutely launch this one into the box? He's not. He's going to play it short. I say you've got a lovely long throw and you just play this stupid short ball. I don't care, we've only got like a minute left and we're winning. Just launch it onto someone's head. Vincent Young over on the right hand side. Can he get a cross in? He can't. Taylor to Hector Ingram to Key, who was apparently, or Hector Ingram was offside, not Key, but someone was offside enough that it results in a free kick for Plymouth. Cooper here, going to launch that one very far forward. It goes out of play for a throw-in. Referee, I'm seeing 94 minutes, 15 seconds. Referee does agree with me, and that is going to be a 2-1 win against Plymouth Argyle. Obviously, Exeter's local rivals. And that means we draw 3 points clear of them in the league, remaining in 10th place. So it's more than a mid-table finish at the moment. There's 24 teams. 10th is better than mid-table, because that is maths. We are going to, of course, go to that game that I said, the last one of the season. I'll play the other couple of games off camera and we'll go see the match against Accrington. But before we do that, let's have a look at the youth intake. Here we go then. It is an excellent intake, a 4.5 star, and at first this looks to be an excellent group of players, we're told. We have offered contracts to some. This guy, Joseph Cashmore, excuse you, can you just accept a contract, please? Oh my god, you want a lot. I think this was the problem with you, Joseph Cashmore, is I can't actually offer you what you want. I feel like that's quite expensive, but you know, we're going to do it anyway. So we have got, as we can see in our elite talents, all of which are at least 4.5 star. We have got a left winger in the form of Lipinski, who is a Polish left back. I don't really know how we found him in Exeter, but we're going to ignore that. At the moment, you know, a lot of these players, National League standard, but it could improve a lot. Go all the way up to a 4.5 star. We've also got, as we just saw, Joseph Cashmore, who is a left winger with bags of potential as well. Ali Summers, right winger this time, bags and bags of potential. I mean, we're going to stop saying that because they all have bags of potential. He can play as a winger, potentially as a pressing forward. We've then got Peter McKee, who can play as a left midfielder. He can play in the centre of the park, which is probably more suited to us as well. And finally, in elite talents, we've got Justice Samson, another one who can play as a right winger or as an attacker. And if we filter down into our top talents, which again, we've got another one, Garfield Gordon, our goalkeeper. He is yet to sign a contract, so we're going to try and do that. Let's just get rid of your yearly wage rise, because I don't like those. Garfield Gordon then, a goalkeeper, could go up to 4-star. He is that Jamaican? It is Jamaican. A Jamaican goalkeeper we've got. He could develop into a good player in the future. Callum Nisbet as well. Our right back again could be quite a good player for us. John O'Reilly, another one, a right winger or an attacking right winger, just about. And then we have got the good talents. I'm less likely to sign these guys just because we haven't got a huge amount of money and I genuinely can't sign anyone. But as I mentioned, if you are a member over on Patreon, definitely these guys here, take your pick, tell me who you want to be named after, and we can keep an eye on how you're doing in the game. For now though, I'm going to go away, play those couple of games I mentioned. I'll be back in a second for the match against Accrington. Well, after all the gloating I just did after we beat Argyle, we've just lost our 2 games against Bolton and Charlton. And both of those, I mean, I think that the Bolton one is probably quite a good indication of this. If we have a look how many shots we had, look at the possession, and we've lost 3-1. Just everyone forgot how to score. I mean, we are still in 10th because Argyle and everyone below us have also dropped points. So we're probably, I mean, if we win this, we remain 10th realistically, unless someone scores like 9 goals in their game. Today we're going to be using Hudson, Vincent Young over on the left, Nelson, Stubbs, Key as our back 4. And then we've got Collins, Harper in midfield, Dale, J, Holden and Hector Ingram up front. I am getting a little bit worried as well. I've taken a screenshot of our finances. I'll explain at the end, but I'm looking at our finances currently and how much Exeter are promising to give us next season, and it's about £7,000 less in wage budget and a really tiny transfer budget, which fills my little black heart with joy. We're doing all right. We're going to lose players and we're not going to be able to replace any of them because we're going to have to actually sell players to offload the wage budget, which is pretty frustration if that's the case. Dale is in here. Dale has scored. Beautiful stuff. 3rd goal of the season. He's turned out to be a really good signing considering he came in January. Obviously he's done really well. Not scored bags of goals, but he's been pretty consistent over on that left hand side. He offers a bit of attacking threat, doing stuff like that, running in behind, and then obviously he can pass across here, or he can do what he just did and score a goal. We like a good goal. We will take that first shot. We'll just encourage the team and then we'll just leave them to it for the rest of the match, I think. Nelson there clearing that one. Harper has managed to nod it down as well. And now going on a run of his own. He is tackled though, unfortunately. So that one's going to peter out. And now Accrington. I don't know where Accrington are in the league. I didn't actually look, but they're going to try and launch a counter-attack. Which again, it's just going to peter out. This is a bit of a strange highlight. Something's obviously going to happen, you'd think. Or FM22 is just trolling me and nothing is going to happen at all. Key going forward a long way up the pitch there with absolutely no challenge. That one's fed into Hector Ingram, who does get a shot off. It is saved by Savin in goal for Accrington. It's going to result in a corner for us though. We can do quite well at these. Obviously not on that occasion because we're not even going to get a highlight. And Accrington are bottom of the league. They are officially relegated. I didn't realise that. I'm tempted to go attacking just to be a horrible human being. But I guess we don't do that. We ease off them a little bit and go, come on. They're already relegated. They're already dead. I say that. We want to finish 10th. We want to finish 10th and that requires winning today. Harper into Dale again. Dale's got his 2nd and 4th of the season. 2nd of the match. Beautiful stuff. I think he might end up with a hat-trick here because it's less than half an hour already and he is just carving Accrington open with those runs. That's twice he's done pretty much the same thing. Harper makes that run off the back of the defender there and just slots it into the bottom right of the goal. He's done it twice. Can he do it a third time? It's entirely possible. We are still in 10th. Obviously, it's basically impossible to get to 9th now. It is possible to drop as low as like 15th, I think. Well, hopefully, we're just going to stay in 10th. We have got a couple of yellow cards, I can see. Stubbs have already told to ease off the tackles. Archie Collins, I can't tell him to ease off the tackles. He's playing as a ball-winning midfielder, and there's no way of telling him, look, I want you to win the ball, but could you do it legally and maybe a little less harshly? Stop trying to break people's legs. You just have to let a ball-winning midfielder do what they do. Stubbs here over to Key then, just setting us off on our way again. It's going to be a nice, quiet, patient build from the back by the looks of it. Yeah, we'll do that, assistant manager, no problems. Yeah, very patient build up here. Look, we're barely advancing, but that's absolutely fine, because quite often when we do this, we suddenly get a blistering ball forward. Normally from Hudson, I was about to say, we just pump the ball into the box, which isn't ideal, but occasionally it comes off. Key here, trying to bring it forward, dribbling too much and getting tackled. Not exactly great, is it, Key? Thank you very much for your time, but if you could do a little bit better. Ball into Hector Ingram, nodded down for Harper, who has a first time shot at it, but it just whistles wide of the goal, and that's going to be the end of that highlight. I guess given it's the last day of the season as well, I'm aware highlights just started. Hector Ingram can come off, Jamie Sewell can come on. Again, I've no idea if it's Sewell or Sule, so if somebody can actually tell me down in the comments if you know, that'd be really much appreciated. Ball in here off the free kick, that's easily cleared. It does come back to Collins though. He's going to pass that one over to Key, and now out wide to Holden, who seems to be very, very wide there, considering he's meant to sit a bit narrower than that. I guess he is quite narrow. He's got his wing back there out wide, so it kind of works. Josh Key back into Holden. That one is just whistled into the box for Dale, and he does get his hat-trick. It's a very soft goal. I don't know that one shouldn't have been saved, but it doesn't matter. The boy's got his hat-trick on the last day of the season. It's a lovely way to send the fans home happy and looking forward to next season and hopefully a promotion, which again, I think would be a very, very good turnaround. Getting promoted, managing to stay in the league with a perfect hat-trick from Dale as well. Lovely. Managing to stay in the league for your first season and then getting promoted season 2 to the championship, I think it's all right. I think we're really struggling in the championship just due to the absolute lack of finances we're likely to be given. But we could make a good go of it. Nice block there from our defenders. Jay going to bring that one forward now over to Key once again, who seemed to have been a key. See what I did there. Figure in this match so far. Can make another substitution. I feel like we're just going to make that. Who do we want to bring on? Who haven't we seen much of? Kyle Taylor can come on for Matt J. Give him a little bit of game time towards the end of the season, because I feel like he is going to need it. I think eventually we lose maybe a Matt J, or we lose a key figure somewhere. Maybe a Hector Ingram in the summer, who's obviously scored a decent amount of goals once he found his scoring boots, because there was a long time where he didn't score any. We've just conceded. Guys, come on. Let's not do this. Simpons is just picking up the ball and running back to the centre spot there, hoping for a comeback from Accrington. I feel like that's unlikely at this point. That was a very easy goal though. We're just caught napping loads and loads of defenders. None of them are anywhere near the striker, not anywhere near Simmons. It's just a really easy goal for him. That's the sort of thing we need to cut out next season, I think, as well. We just make it way too easy to score those sort of goals. Key here, passing it back to Stubbs, and now Stubbs forward to Jamie Sewell or Sule. We're still not entirely sure. We're going to call him something and just hope for the best at this point. Clark here advancing for Accrington. I think we've won the game here. I'd like to not concede another one. No, never mind. Doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what I want. Accrington Stanley trying there. Is it Accrington Stanley? I'm assuming it is. Is there another Accrington in football I don't know about? No, it's Accrington Stanley. It's fine. No boo-boos were made. Beautiful stuff. That's obviously going to be the end of our season. What I want to see now is the finances. I'd imagine that email is not very far away, you would think. So, Derby secure a playoff spot. Dale drives Exeter forward. Let's give him a nice pat on the back and a thank you. Promotion there for Ipswich as well. Can we get that all important finance email to end? No, we can't. So we're going to start with this in the next episode, the season review. Lovely stuff. Of course, if you have enjoyed today's episode and you're excited for next season with Exeter City, then please do drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel and check out the video that's on the screen now. Bye bye.